my channel, The Transparent Homeschool. My name is Beth. Welcome back. If you are new here, I homeschool 3 kiddos, and then I have a toddler running around, and this video is really exciting for me to make because it is our end of year curriculum review. I have reviewed my kindergartner's curriculum from this year. I'll link that above. I also just finished making my 3rd graders curriculum review. I will link that also above. Everything will be linked in the description box that I am showing you today. I have a lot to kind of share with you, so we're just gonna jump right in. The first thing I am going to talk about is Explode the Code. We have used this for many years in our homeschool. I always buy the level and then the half level. They do 2 pages a day. It takes them about 1 year to go through both books. And I absolutely love it because it is so easy for them to do on their own. I am completely 100% hands off of this. They are more than capable of doing this on their own. So they always have 2 books to work through. For Explode the Code, my son is finishing out Handwriting level 6 from The Good and the Beautiful. Next year will be his last year doing Handwriting from The Good and the Beautiful. Level 7. It's crazy. His cursive is just so amazingly beautiful. I love it. And I can 100% say The Good and the Beautiful is responsible for that. So he finished up level 6 Handwriting. We have Typing 2. He just finished this recently, maybe 2-3 days ago. We did Typing 1 2 years ago, and then we took a break from Typing, and then this year he did Typing 2, and next year we will start with Typing 3. I love The Good and the Beautiful's typing program. It's so easy. At the end of every page, they get to put a sticker on the circle just to mark their progress as they go through the course. My daughter will be doing this course next year, so she's really excited about that. Next, we have Science. We use a brand new science curriculum this year called Journey Homeschool Academy. This is a Christ-centered online science program. I would say like 90% teacher hands-off. The only thing that I had to do was provide the materials for the activities and then kind of facilitate and organize the activities and experiments so that my children could do them. But everything else completely done independently. I did a complete flip through of this curriculum. If you are interested, go check that out. Great company. My children absolutely loved it. Their favorite thing to do is when they were finished with the week's lesson, they would watch the video again as they were doing all of their other work. There's quizzes in here, activities and experiments. There's copywork in here, and then it also comes with a list of recommended reading. We did not utilize that this year. We might be utilizing it next year because next year we are going to be using physical science. This is the earth science, and it was amazing. My children just loved science this year. Next, we did Tuttle Twins for our history. This is the volume 1 American history. Next year we will be continuing with volume 2. And I also did a review on this curriculum too, so go ahead and check that out. But this book here you don't buy. I printed off all of these pages on my own. I would say we probably use this maybe like a third of these pages. So not like consistently enough where, you know, I would necessarily recommend printing out the whole thing again, but I will definitely print out pages for volume 2, and I will show you guys what I did then. But my kids, again, absolutely loved the Tuttle Twins. They love all of their books, and so this just seemed like a perfect fit because we had done all of their little books last year, and so this year I was just like, we'll just continue on into volume 1 American history. We'll do volume 2 next year. We loved the chapters. The information was amazing, really engaging for my kids. But if you are interested in a flip through of that, go and check out the video that I did. The last elective that I have to share with you is To Every Nation from Not Consumed Ministries. This was probably my favorite part of our homeschool year this year. Back here you can see I bought all of these in paperback form. That was before I realized that they were also on audio. Hindsight, I would have just purchased them on audio to begin with, but anyway, I'm sure I can find a homeschool family who would be very gracious to have those. So, the books that I bought correspond to the 12 missionaries that you will study that year. And this book, again, we utilized very little of. We did like the first 3 missionaries. There's the schedule that she suggests using, and it's very well laid out. I like that there is a suggested lesson plan in here. But essentially, you have a 2-page spread about the missionary, and then you go and do like an information sheet about that person, where they went, and then like what language the people spoke, the flag, facts about the people there, the religion, and then each missionary has like a characteristic or a character trait or a virtue that that they want to highlight. We did not, like I said, utilize this very often at all. They also have copy work in there. We did the first 3. We did the first 3, and then after that we stopped. So all of this is not done. We stopped using the physical part of the missionary study, but we continued reading all of these on audio as we were coming and going from our various extracurriculars, and these stories are, like I said, probably my favorite part of our homeschool this year as far as curriculum goes, because there's just amazing, inspiring humans who were very courageous living for their faith, and I love that. The next thing is language arts, also using Good and the Beautiful. My son is finished with level 4. We finished this maybe like 6 or 7 weeks ago, and then he just started right in on level 5. He will continue level 5 throughout the summer, and then on to next year when he is finished with level 5, we'll just go on to level 6. So he did the 2 books. This is the writing workshop and the course book. The course book will tell you when to utilize the workshops, but he loved this course. Again, completely independent. There was a art component to this using chalk pastels, and he absolutely loved that. All of his pictures that he drew were beautiful, and we actually sent them off to some of our relatives, and I thought that was really generous of him. So again, writing and spelling in this book, and then with that came the personal reader here and the world biographies of different people. The course book tells you when to read what story. There's comprehension questions in there. Again, I love the Good and the Beautiful language art program. I have no problems with them. They are coming out with new editions of level 4 through level 7, I think next year, toward the end of next year, sometime in 2026. And so my son just completed this, and then my daughter next year will also be going through level 4. So my third daughter, my second daughter, my third child, she will probably be the first one to use the new edition of level 4. But this was great. He did really well. His writing really flourished with this program. The last physical book I have to show you is our math. We used Simply Good and Beautiful level 5. This was not a hit. He learned all of the information, and he did really, really well on his assessment. And so I know that the content was learned. We are not going to be, and this hurts me to my core to say this, but we will not be continuing with the Good and the Beautiful math for my son. It was not a good fit for him. Like I said, he learned all the content, he understands the content, but once you get into like the actual lessons, some of these lessons, there's like 80 to 100 problems. No student, no 5th grade student needs to be doing that much math. I'm sorry. I wish that there were not that many problems. You know, it would take him close to, oh gee whiz, it would take him close to like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours to finish his math. And like I said, no 5th grader needs to be taking that long to do any subject. I researched all about this, and I am not the only one who has this complaint about level 5. And so a common thing would be to cross out some of the problems on each lesson, and so that is what I ended up doing. As you can see, there are X's, and then he would just skip the ones that I had X'd off. I know it's not a content issue because he got really high marks on his assessments, so I know he learned the information, but I was not fond of how long it took him to do his math. The video lessons were not working anymore for us, so I had to sit next to him and teach him the mini lesson, which I am completely fine with. But then there was just so much work that toward the end of the year, we just started using a calculator to help make things faster. And yeah, I was completely fine with that. So that's where we are headed with math next year. I'm not going to share in this video what we are using for next year. Really soon, I am going to be releasing all of our curriculum picks for the next school year, and so you can check out what we're using in there. So this is the last physical book that I had to show you. He did well with this course, but we will not be continuing with Simply Good and Beautiful Math for him. The last piece of curriculum that we consistently utilized this year was Night Zookeeper. I am not affiliated with them at all, so these are just my opinions. But Night Zookeeper is amazing, and it is a screen activity, so if you are trying to have more of a screen-free homeschool, this might not be for you, but it's so engaging, and it is amazing practice for your language arts skills, creative writing skills, editing skills, all of the things that kind of wrap up into language arts. My children love it. All 3 of them do it. It's very interesting to see my 6-year-old do it, but my older 2 help her out when she needs it. But we utilize that a couple times a week, and they absolutely love it. That is all that I have to share with you. I am so proud of all of my kids this year for all the hard work that they have put into their curriculum. We had a really great year, amazing work that they gave me, and I couldn't be more proud. So I have our curriculum choices coming up soon, so make sure you watch out for those, and I will see you guys then.